What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages? Welcome to another Plus One Daily. My name is John Olson. Honored, grateful, thankful that you guys have decided to come and hang out with me on this glorious, glorious Friday afternoon, Friday evening, Friday morning, Saturday morning, wherever and whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this, welcome. It's Friday, so it's always a really fun day of the week for us at Tim Tech. We pay out our commissions. Everybody's rocking. It's a really, really good feeling when you wake up and my business partner sends the accounting report, and it shows all the commissions we paid out to people just like you. And it's a really good feeling. That's really what we're in business for here. And this sounds really, really, like, oh sure, buddy, whatever you're talking. But when you feel that, when you get an email from someone going, this is the first commissions I've made online, this is awesome, this is great, this is fantastic, that's a really good feeling. It really does fire you up. I'm honored and grateful that you guys have put so much trust in business with our company over the years, and we'll keep rocking for you. So today I'm talking about passion. Today I'm talking about persistence, and I'm talking about producing. And what do I mean by that? I'm reading this new book, and I'm not going to butcher the guy's last name. I'll figure it out one day. But it's a book that's been recommended to me for years. Like, this thing came out in 2012, I think. It's called The $100 Startup by Chris. I can't pronounce your last name. I think it's Guillebeau. I'm not sure. But $100 Startup is this book that's been recommended on a lot of top lists as one of those entrepreneurship books you should be reading. And I'm about 60 pages into it, give or take, and some of the cool things I've already found really does cater to our market and what I want to share with you guys. In this book, he talks about there's certain criteria. He does case studies of people that started up online businesses and offline businesses on a shoestring budget. But there's a few criteria. One is the income is about $50,000 a year or higher, and you say that, right? And that kind of goes against everything that we talk about, right, online, because people want millions of dollars. They want to build a business that makes $2,793 a day, which is $1 million a year, just in case you're wondering. And you hear about these huge successes, but then you read this book, and the guy's talking about passion, persistence, and production. And what I mean by that is that the passion fired up these people, these entrepreneurs, to find a way to make something that added value to their customers. The persistence is that it just didn't happen overnight. They kept going with it. When things got rough, when things got good, they were still there each and every day. And producing, meaning that they're producing massive value that is creating their business. And these three words, to me, it's a big nugget. Specifically, it's the new year and we're all fired up, is that we don't need to be making $1 million to be a success. And I think that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. I don't know about you guys, but as an entrepreneur, you always want more. You always want more. But sometimes you never know how good you got it with what you already have. And I think that's a huge aha moment for me, is that we work, specifically the people in my industry, in the best industry. I mean, look at what we do. We get to interact with awesome people, we get to network with people, we get to talk to people we actually like, and our commute is up and down a flight of stairs. We are very blessed and lucky to be making money from what we do online. That is awesome. Not all of us are going to make $1 million, and that's okay. And that's what this book so far, the general vibe, I'm only about 60 pages into it, but the general vibe I'm getting from this is that you don't need to be a millionaire to be a success. What you need to do is you got to find something you actually love doing. And this is where this passion comes in. You got to actually find something that you enjoy. And the author also argues that, he uses this example, which I thought was hilarious. Absolutely, Jen, completely agree. He says this, which I thought was funny. It's like, he might have a passion for eating pizza, but no one's going to pay him to eat pizza. I mean, maybe in some weird third dimension or something, I don't know, someone would. But the point being is that your passion has to align with something that you can give value to customers with. This is key. You gotta love what you do. You've got to be able to give something to someone of value where they're willing to pay you for it. So the passion comes in where, we talked a lot last year about your reason why and a whole lot of content about what you need to do to really, really develop a solid foundation. And a big part of that is your reason why. But the passion, what's driving you to do this, will create the persistence. It will create the produce, the production of content, the production of value. It starts with passion. Now, I use that buzzword a lot, and a lot of people do, without following anything up with it, right? It's just like, oh, we're passionate, and we have passion, and passion, the days of our lives passion. I mean, everybody uses that term, but without action, without persistence and production, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So you gotta start with what you love doing. The next thing is you gotta be stubborn about success. You really do. This is the persistence thing. I mean, people hate when I beat a dead horse here, but I mean, I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. That's 50% of my life has been dedicated to my business. 50% of the years I've been on God's green earth has been dedicated to my business. There's been good times, there's been bad times, there's been fantastic times, there's been horrible times. There's been amazing times, sad times, grumpy times, rage times. But sticking to it and staying the course has been the recurring theme over the years and years and years and years and years. That combined with producing, this is the production now. So you got your passion to fire you up. You got your persistence of being stubborn about success and always showing up no matter what, investing in yourself, and then producing good stuff that's actually shared and liked and enjoyed by the masses. This is a huge tip. Again, like the guy argued, it's like no one's going to pay you to eat pizza even though you love and have a passion for eating pizza. I've eaten too much pizza in my time. Don't take pizza advice from me. Please don't. Thank you, Laura. You're awesome, too. So the big thing is that you combine all these things, you follow it up with action, but you're producing awesome stuff for awesome people. I think it was, I can't remember the author that had this quote, is that we got to stop selling average things to average people. Let's start selling remarkable things to remarkable people. It's a huge kind of different way of looking at it, right? Let's find those people that might not want to make $1 million, but might want to make, $50,000 a year. This is the math of this, right? People are like, oh, here goes John with his drawing again. Please bear with me as I draw. Don't use the Sharpie, John, because you can't erase your Sharpie from this. But I mean, you do this. You do this each and every day for a year. So you do that times 365 days a year, right? What is it? I'm going to get the exact number here so no one gets mad at me for doing this. But think about this. 27.93 times 365. Actually that's the wrong number, but give or take it's about 10K, right? It's give or take, it's about $10,000. Give or take, it's about $10,000. That's huge. That's really, really big if you think about it. Anybody can learn how to make $27 a day. Because if you have a passion for it, if you're persistent about it, and you're producing good stuff, $27 a day is pretty easy to make. Times that by 365 days of the year, you have about a $10,000 a year income. That's huge in our business. That's ahead of 99% of the people that are in this business. So let's stop focusing on trying to make $1 million. Let's figure out how we can give value to people in our industry and generate $27 a day. Because if we're doing that each and every day for a year, now we're onto something. Now we're doing 5 figures, right? And excuse me for the math. It's not an exact math. I'm not the greatest at math. I've never claimed to be. But the point being is that you don't need to make a whole bunch of money to be a success in this business. You got to first fire it up with some passion. You've got to persist. That means when times get rough, that's when you start grinding even more. And then you've got to produce stuff that's of value for your customers and the like. You do that over time, guaranteed you're going to have the best 2017 in history. Thank you guys for coming and rocking with me. It is Plus One Daily. I am honored, grateful, and thankful that you guys have decided to watch this video. Be sure to share it, comment below, and have a great, fantastic weekend. Toodles.